What's going on, everybody? We are one day away from the game of the season until we make it to the next round, and then that one's the game of the season. Welcome into the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Joey Petersen, and on today's show, we'll be breaking down the ways I think the Baltimore Ravens can beat the Buffalo Bills. Right now, as we sit, they sit at a 1.5-point favorite, even on the road in somebody else's building. And mind you, a building that hasn't seen a loss all year long. 1.5 favorites, over-unders at 51.5. A little high. I like it. You'll see that in just a little bit. But before we go any further, I need to know, okay? And you can't jinx us. Do you want the Ravens to destroy the Bills? And I mean destroy the Bills. If so, go ahead, get me a like on this video. Hit that thumbs up button. You know, I can see the number of likes. I can see the number of views. I can pull up the people that like it. And if you don't like it, and you are one of the viewers, banned from the channel. Okay? I hate to do it, but you'll be banned from the channel. You'll be banned from M&T Bank Stadium. You'll be banned from everything. Okay? So if you want the Ravens to destroy the Bills, like the video for me. Let's start off with a little bit of an injury report. Ray Davis is in concussion protocol. Alec Anderson is dealing with a calf injury, one of their star offensive linemen. And then Brandon Codrington, he's a return specialist, is dealing with a hamstring injury. None of those guys are like the big marquee star names, which unfortunately brings us to the Baltimore Ravens. Okay? Let's give you a little status on Flowers. As of the time filming this video, what we've gotten is the fact that Baltimore is in we'll see mode. That's what John Harbaugh said to the media on Monday. He also stated that there's a chance of him playing without practicing, okay? Obviously, you want him in this game. Obviously, he's an asset. Obviously, he's this team's wide receiver one. But as of right now, in the recording of this video, they're in we'll see mode. His status yet to be. So show me, okay, do you want to wish Flowers back to health? If so, I need you to spam 4 in the comment section down below. I want to see 4 million 4s. Whoever types the most 4s will get a shout out on tomorrow's live show. Okay, I'll be counting them up, and I need you to get there as many times as possible. Let's start with the keys to victory. Joey P's keys to victory. I got to say it as many times as I can, Jack, because I don't know how many more of these previews that we're going to be doing. But we're starting where we usually start, and that's run the ball. And it's going to be critical that you're good at running the football because the weather forecast as of right now, let's just say I hope they got their parkas on, okay? 20 degrees at 12 p.m., 18 degrees at 6 p.m., a chance of snow showers, winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. It's going to be frigid. Thank God I'm going to be in a studio and not on the sideline, okay? And did you know, when it comes to running the football, that Baltimore is averaging 42.7 rushing attempts per game over their last 3 games? That is the most in the NFL in that stretch. Nobody is running the football more. Now, it helps to get that high number when you're coming off a game where you just handed the ball off 50 freaking times. And oh yeah, you ran as a team 299 yards, and you averaged 6 yards per rush. And what I love about this is that Willie Taggart saw this coming from a mile away. In December, he talked about Derrick Henry, and he said Derrick hasn't had a lot of carries, a lot of wear and tear on him this year. So I think it's set up perfectly for him to finish the year like he's capable of and what we expect out of him. Derrick is fresh right now, and that's great. I think the way he trains himself, the way he practices, he's going to be ready to finish the year like we need him to. And guys, he's been finishing the year exactly like this team's needed him to. But the thing is, the year ain't over. So we need to keep going to that well, okay? He's had more than 20 carries from week 7 to week 15 only 2 times. That is a 9-week span. And then the last 4 weeks, he's got more than 20 carries every single one of them. So Willie was right. They were saving him, trying to keep him fresh down this stretch, and it's proved to be very fortuitous because when you look at what he's done in these last 4 games, it's been otherworldly, okay? Like we said, 20 carries in each of them, over 130 yards in each of them, 186 against Pittsburgh in the wild card game, 2 touchdowns in each of the last 2 games. And that's what's the same thing that's going to need to happen again, okay? I don't need 186. I don't need 2 touchdowns. but I would like to see them go to him as much as they can because he's been proven through the past 4 weeks that that's how this team wins football games. The good thing about it is he just did to Pittsburgh an absolute number, and when you look at Pittsburgh's defense when it comes to defending the run against Buffalo's, Pittsburgh's better in pretty much every single stat category except touchdowns given up. And so logic tells you they should be able to run the ball against Buffalo. And here's my take on this whole thing, is that this is this team's identity. And this needs to be the focus, okay, from the first snap to the final knee. This was this team's identity last year. They ran the football more than anybody else, but they also didn't have Derrick Henry. They also didn't have the King. They do this year, and he's proving to everybody in Baltimore, in Buffalo, in Studio E, in downtown Dallas, Texas, that he's the guy for the job, okay? Coming up, I've got 3 more keys to victory to give you for Sunday's game against the Buffalo Bills. But before we get into any of that, I got to give a shout-out to the sponsor of today's video, and that's our friends over at Prize Picks. It's playoff time, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Think Lamar Jackson will get more than 250 passing yards next week? Will Patrick Mahomes pass for more than 1.5 touchdowns? Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. And just in a couple of days, we've got the national championship. We're going to crown a national champion. I could not be more excited about it. I got my Prize Picks for that game. Ohio State, Notre Dame. I got the more on Will Howard pass yards. You see that, right? It's just half a pass yard. Take advantage, folks. I got the less on Riley Leonard pass yards. I think he's a glorified Tim Tebow. And then I got the less on Jeremiah Smith receiving yards. I think Notre Dame is going to sell out to stop number 4 from beating him. You can tail my picks. You can fade my picks. Just make sure you use Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks, run your game. And you know what, guys? I said this week 4, and I still mean it, but I also just wanted to reuse it because I thought I absolutely cooked with this one, okay? Don't let James cook, okay? James Cook, their RB1, it's obvious that when he has good games, a lot of times that leads to victories for this Buffalo Bills team. Okay, in losses, he averages 42.25 yards. In wins, he's averaging 26 more yards than that, 68.57. Okay, so you can see the correlation. Low yardage when they lose, higher yardage when they win. And did you know, okay, because you hear Josh Allen, you think about that and the quarterback MVP race and all that he can do with his arm. He can throw it a country mile, and you think, okay, they probably just pass this ball over and over and over again. But they actually run the football 5th most in the NFL, 47.9% of the time, and that's up 2% even from last year. And I think a big reason is because they don't necessarily have that guy in the wide receiver room that can absolutely dominate a game. Khalil Shakir, he's a good wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. But is anybody scared of him being a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, and just totally single-handedly winning a game? I'm not. Keon Coleman, he's a great rookie. He's probably going to be a great player. But can he take over a football game? Same goes to Dalton Kincaid. Okay, you see their stats right there. The highest of all those guys for regular season receiving yards is Khalil Shakir with 821. So in my opinion, you take away James Cook and you make Allen rely on those guys in the wide receiver room that you don't believe and that I don't believe have the ability to just totally dominate and win a team a football game, okay? A little bit of a programming alert for you guys. We will be live tomorrow, Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to do about an hour of pregame coverage. We'll go over a lot of these things we're talking about again. We got a whole ton of fun stuff planned. Want to see you there. Make sure you're there. Hit that subscribe button. Enjoy us tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Third key to victory, you have to limit the turnovers, okay? This was a key to victory last week, and it's going to continue to be a key to victory as long as this team continues to win playoff games, okay? Because when you look at the playoff losses, you can see the reason you lost that game is you turned the football over, okay? Last year against Kansas City, 3 turnovers. 2022 against Cincinnati, 2. Then against Buffalo, 1. And then against Tennessee, 3. Every single one of those, you can point to turnovers being an issue. And you can kind of see that in Lamar's history in the postseason, okay? His interceptions in his 3 wins in the playoffs, he's only thrown 1. In the losses, and his 4 losses, he's thrown 5. So when he throws interceptions, more often than not, this team loses. When he keeps it to himself, when he keeps it to the guy in purple, white, and black, this team usually gets a victory, okay? The thing is you're going against a pretty good defense when it comes to turning the football over. They are 5th in the league in interceptions with 16. They are 3rd in forced fumbles with 18. And they are 1st in fumbled recoveries with 16, okay? They can turn a team over, and they've been doing it all season long. So you got to make sure you keep it to the guys that are in those Baltimore Ravens uniforms, okay? And then number 4, my final key to victory is get to Allen. Get to Josh Allen. Put him under pressure. Make him freak out in the pocket, okay? And again, we've talked about it. He's had a phenomenal season, the best in his career. 63.6% completion percentage, over 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns. A big improvement on the interceptions. He only threw 6 compared to 18 last year. But when you look at his 2 worst games this year, it was a loss against Houston and it was a loss against Baltimore. And each of those games were the highest pressure rates of the season, 45.7, 44.1. And in those games, he had a 30% completion percentage and a 55.2% completion percentage. He was pressured 31 games, 31 times combined, and you had 3 sacks the last time you played this team in Baltimore. Now, I wouldn't bank on that being the story again, because still at the same time, Buffalo probably has the best offensive line in football. They've only allowed 16 sacks, number 1 in the National Football League. Their sack percentage is 2.6%. So 2.6% of these, he's getting sacked. Incredibly low. Best in the NFL. And they've given up 181 quarterback pressures, 9th in the NFL. So I need some guys to step up, just like they did last time you played this team, just like they did in the last game, just like they did against Cleveland, just like a lot of these guys have been doing all season long. That's Kyle Van Noy, Nnamdi Madubuike, Dafeole, okay? I'm not calling on any guys that I need to see, you know what, give me a sack. You haven't given me a lot this year. Okay, I think this sleeper's going to do it. No, when it's the playoff, you need your guys to step up and make plays. You need your leaders to step up and make plays. I need Kyle Van Noy, who's been doing it all season long, to step up and make a play. Nnamdi Madubuike, he's ebbed, he's flowed. I need him to be a star. I need him to be an Allen's Grill all night long. Same goes for Dafeole, okay? So make the call for me. I'm about to, on the other side of this, predict the score of Bills versus Ravens, okay? Let me know what you're going to think. Let me know who you got winning. My prediction, I think it's a close one. I think it's high scoring. But I've got Baltimore winning this one, guys. I do. I think they go into HighMark Stadium. I think they leave there with a victory. I think they're moving on to the AFC Championship. 31-18, that's what I got. 31-28, that's what I got. You let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. This has been Ravens Rundown. I am your guy, Joey Petersen. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, we'll be live for the game on Sunday. Can't wait to make sure you don't miss it. Hit that sub button.